Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, everybody? Here we go with a Friday face-off. We pick a topic, and then Jeffrey J. Hulavecchio and I, we face off. And we debate. Sometimes we're in agreement. Sometimes we're not, but we like to pick some semi-controversial topics that, are fun to kind of go back and forth with. So today, Vex, I got one. I got a text from somebody. A couple days ago, and it's a good text. I think we should bat around on here. Okay,
let's bat it up, baby.
Okay, so the text actually came from Billy Jaffe. Billy Jaffe, former guest of the show, unbelievable hockey guy, does a lot of stuff with the Bruins in the media. Nesson played his college hockey at Michigan. Great Chicago guy as well. And this was basically his text. He said, "Hey, Toph, Happy New Year. Have a big general question for you. What does the youth hockey world need more of, better, or something different than it already has right now? It could be a service. It could be a product, anything." Boom. So what does youth hockey world need more of, better, or something different than it has already? So I'm going to give you, I love this question. I want to give you a little bit of time to think. So maybe I'll go first with kind of like what I texted him back. What unless you have something.
The world needs now is love, sweet love. All right, go ahead. You first.
It's the only thing. Okay. So I said two things, and there's a lot, but the two that came to top of mind after he texted, one is parent education. We need a lot more parent education. How to be a good hockey parent, boundaries, what's acceptable behavior, and also kind of like, what does the path look like? What's the path? What's the journey look like? I think we just need more of it. We need more parent education out there. And then the other thing that I said we need more of is cooperation between youth hockey clubs. Instead of everybody always, the egos getting involved and everybody fighting with each other over, everything. And we're dealing with that to the 10th degree here in Chicago right now. I just feel like there needs to be more cooperation between the people who lead, these different youth hockey organizations all around the US and in Canada, obviously too. So those were the two things I had, and we can talk about that. But for you, what does the youth hockey world need more of, better, or something different than it already has right now?
Better leadership that cares about the kids and puts the kids first and foremost, puts development first and foremost. And there's tons of people that say that they care about the kids. There's tons of people that say this and that, but then they go and do all these things that make absolutely no sense, like 4U AAA tournaments and, $20,000 6U hockey seasons. And, we have the best program, but, we don't involve anything that would actually help these kids on a personal, on a hockey, on a cognitive, on an emotional, on any of these different levels. And it's like better freaking leadership that actually is going to help these kids develop into better people and better athletes. People first, 1A, athletes, 1B. Yeah, man, I don't like. I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. And here's what's really hard. Here's what's really hard, because I talk about this all the time with like guys who are pro guys of mine or college guys of mine, and they're like, "God, youth hockey's so crazy and whatever." And I'm like, I would love to coach. But I don't have the time with me growing my business. So for me to be able to coach and having a young family, I would need to make some kind of money to make up for that time that I'm missing doing my real job, that I put food on the table for my family. And so for that reason, I can't do it because there isn't enough money in it. But then you get the people into the game who are only about money and not about like giving back to the kids. Or you get the guys who can be there, who have no idea what actual development means, what actually caring about the kids means, and what things are actually going to move the needle in a personal and an athletic standpoint.
And to give you some like background to some of your so I sit on the board of AHI now, right? The USA Hockey affiliate for Illinois. Do you know what we talk about for like half of our meetings? It's player movement and recruiting.
No way.
Yeah, because it's
in what aspect?
Oh man, I mean, I can take it'll be a whole nother podcast, but like different leagues and how they, do their business, and what type of rules can we put in there to, facilitate people staying with their clubs rather than always club hopping, new teams coming in, like all that kind of stuff. Like how do you kind of temper down the crazy? And it's a big point of contention in Chicago hockey right now. And at the tier 1 level, but at the tier 2 level, dude, at the tier 2 level, it's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. And so going back to what you were talking about, better leadership, like we do need a bit of a reset into what's your why, man? Like why are you doing this? And then actually follow through with that. Even if there's a crazy hockey parent, that wants you to do things their way, like it's okay to be the person who stands up and says no.
Yeah, and it's okay.
And that's where parent education comes in too, right? That's where parent education comes in. It comes on both sides. And
it's okay to be in leadership and step up when you know the right thing, or try something new, because we see how crazy it's been the past few years. Like we're gonna do this. We're gonna go on less trips. We're gonna bring in a sports psychologist to talk to each team twice throughout the season. We're gonna bring in a nutritionist twice throughout the season to talk to each team instead of going on 4 trips. So we're saving money, and we're doing things that are actually going to move the needle in a long-term way, and something that's going to be very valuable for every player. We can have the parents in there too, and they can learn also. This is helping everyone in the organization, right? And it's like, it takes somebody with some balls to stand up and say, I'm not going to allow this. We're not going to do it this year. Let's try it this way. Yeah. I had my buddy who I played with in the AHL reach out to me after I put up, while we were on the podcast yesterday, I put up the stats that you shared from Minnesota versus Massachusetts NHL players from 2003 versus the same states in 2023. And he reached out to me. He's from Mass. He's a masshole. And and he was like, God, youth hockey's so crazy. He just got married. He's like, I really don't want to get into it, but like, it seems like once you get into it, like everybody says they want to change it, but then they wind up just going along with the crazy because you have to, or else your kid can't play. And I was like, that's the problem. We got to get some people with some sack to stand up to all the crazies.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's funny, like, isn't that everything that's wrong? The fact that like people are afraid to do the right thing in youth hockey, like that's what it's become. People are afraid to do the right thing for fear of retribution. That's the opposite of what youth sports should be about. It should be about inclusivity. It should be about as many as possible for as long as possible. It should be about development. It should be about fun. Like youth hockey is so much more about money and recruitment than it is about development where we're at, right? We had Bob Mancini on our community call talking to our community members. And, he said, we don't have a community model. We don't have a development model. We have a competition model, based on the way things are going. And the people that do it the best, what did he say? He said, it's competition on the ice and it's cooperation off the ice. Competition on the ice and cooperation off the ice. And so we don't have that. Like I'm sure there are some places that are like that, but like the ones that I know of, no. And the ones that do have it the best is Minnesota. And guess what? Minnesota has the most elite players. They have the most retention. They have the most players coming through. Like we just don't want to learn, man.
It's really hard, man. I was talking to him and I was just like, dude, it's so depressing. It's sort of because I love this freaking game so much. And it's just like, don't get me wrong. Like I have no problem with people making money in the game. I have no problem. I do that. 98% of the people that I train are hockey players.
Yeah.
Like I have no problem with people making money in the game. But I think a lot of the problem is people go into it to make money instead of to have impact. And the more impact you have, you wind up making more money. So everybody should strive for more impact, better impact, more quality impact. Like, let's do things the freaking right way. And then if you elevate and you're doing all these good things and helping all these people, then you make money, but it's in the right way. And this sounds like so like rah, broody, but man, it's killing me, bro. It's killing me.
Yeah, man. That's why we do our podcast. That's why we continue to do this thing. We want to make a positive impact. We want to provide perspective for people that are going through this stuff, that, feel they can't do the right thing for fear of retribution, because their kid's not going to make a certain team, or they're going to lose their job, or whatever it may be. What we're here to tell you is that we're encouraging you to stand up, man. We're encouraging you to say, like Vex and I do it on our podcast. I do it here in Chicago. And
do it on Twitter, and I get a lot of heat for it once or twice a year, but I don't care, because what I say is what's best for the kids. I don't care what adults say about me.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who I'm on their SHIT list, to say the least, especially here in Chicago right now.
Good, come at you. I got you.
It's fine. That's okay. I can go to bed at night knowing that I feel like I'm doing the right thing and I'm putting the kids first. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. And you're entitled to your opinion and all that kind of stuff. But you're right, man. We do need better leadership, not in a lot of different ways. But yeah, we can go. This is not a Friday. Maybe this is like a whole podcast that we should have done this.
We should have Jaffe on for a face off about something like this.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have Billy on. Yeah,
it's a great topic.
It's a great question, wasn't it?
Yeah, great question. And it's just got me fired up, and I'm gonna go work with 100 kids and kill them all in the gym.
Let's go! All right,
share it.
Here we go. Share the show, baby.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.